All right, fellow Vikings, welcome back. This time, it's time for a change. Okay, so my generator just blew. This is the fourth generator that has died on us in the last few years. I know. Oh, sorry. You can't see me. There you go. I gotta turn around because of the sun. It's morning, you know. And I'll just walk backwards here. But what do you call that stuff? This generator, it was a champ. Like, it rock on. It was good to go. I loved this generator as much as you can love you know, a generator. But it was a, you know, it did what we needed it to do, which was freeze the food so that the solar right here can take care of keeping it frozen. Right, so now we're back to being just on solar, which means that it's a lot more difficult to heat or cool the food and everything to, you know, keep us from getting sick. But if it's already frozen, if we buy frozen food, then it really doesn't matter that much. We just got to get it in pretty quickly. You hear Albert over there squawking. He's being a cute little dude. So the generator, it works. Don't get me wrong, it works. It's able to run and all that, but the what do you call it? I guess it's no longer able to put out power. It'd have to be rewound, is what the manufacturer said, and they said it's going to cost quite a bit for that. And I'm like, well, should I just buy a new generator? And they're like, we would suggest it. Because it's no longer under warranty. And I'm like, this is the fifth generator in the last few years. I mean, yeah, it's not like, we don't use it that much, right? We use it to heat water for showers and for freezing the food, and that's it. That's legitimately it. And to top off the batteries, because my dad, I'm right next to his cabin. My dad watches a lot of TV, so the middle of the night, the batteries get kind of low. The generator kicks on, it charges up, and then it turns off. So it's not like we've overworked it or anything. It's just, it needs to be rewound or something. It's only they only have a certain lifespan, I guess. Ridiculous. So my options, like, go on grid with power poles, which I called them. It's going to cost almost $6,000. Buy about $5,000 in solar panels and batteries. That way we can actually run everything the way that Dad wants to watch TV and everything. Or move, you know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have no idea. But having a beautiful young daughter, you know, I'm scared for her to start walking and then, like, fall down the ladder, because we don't have stairs in there. We have a ladder, right? Or something like that. That scares me. So to get this place up to what would be sufficient for my baby girl would cost quite a few thousand. You know, an American flush toilet instead of pooping in a bucket. That's gonna make potty training pretty hard. Then Daddy having to be outside all the time. She loves seeing me. She absolutely loves it when I come inside or when I take her outside. You know, she loves being outside with me. But I have to be out here most of the day, like every day, you know, just because the animals they like we tie them outside. We take them on leashes and stuff like that, and we tie them out. And if I don't do that, then we're just paying for the food, and that's more expensive than them eating the green grass that's finally starting to grow. Hey, I don't know if you can see this. My dog's finally coming back home. Hi, TARDIS. TARDIS and Dalek decided to go put themselves for a walk today, which means they ran down the road to the end of our property, like to the neighbor's property, right there, and then they'd run back. that's their little walk. Hi guys, I love you. So they like I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm still out here trying to prep the garden and everything, and that's what mainly this video is going to be about. Is prepping the garden, because it's the beginning of planting season. I got a bed for the corn almost ready. I need to go take the poop and stuff from the goats and put it inside there. I got the bed for the tomatoes and squash and all that stuff ready. And most of my kale, the rabbit ate. But there's like 4 or 5 plants that are coming back to life. So I made sure to prep the bed on one side, on like this side, and then transplant it into it from the other side. Because for some reason he only ate the stuff that I covered, which is really weird, because there was stuff that was exposed to the cold, and yes, it survived the winter, even though we got down to -8 this year. Oh, that's another thing. Oh, this winter was so cold. I'm so glad I didn't film during the winter too much, because I mean, I was struggling. I had to, like I said, I had to send the girls to Oregon to see Cheyenne's dad, and it was just at the perfect time, because we were down to -8. And one night, I set my glass of tea on the nightstand so that I could take my medicine in the morning, and I woke up and that glass was completely frozen. That's inside my bedroom upstairs, where my daughter sleeps. Yeah, that was pretty bad. I mean, it's not major bad, you know, because it was just me. Like, got lucky on that. But it could have been way worse. TARDIS, you're not going over there. Come here. Come on. Thank you. He's trying to go over to the birds, because the birds get all of our like meat leftovers and stuff. The rabbits and goats get our plant leftovers, and the or say like the table scraps. And then when we got to clean out the fridge, the chickens get the stuff we clean out the fridge that we didn't finish off. So there's a little bit of scraps in there, and he's like, "Ooh, food," you know. And then a neighbor dropped off a what was it, a groundhog, while we were getting ready to go, and I couldn't process it because we were getting ready to leave for the day. And when I got back, it was bloated, so I couldn't really like use it, unfortunately. So that's in there too. So they're smelling that, they're like, "Ooh, yummy food," you know. But yeah, it was extremely cold. I showed you guys the stovepipe with ice dripping out the bottom. Or say freezing out the bottom, like giant freaking icicles. Yeah. Yesterday was Easter. It was a decent enough day. We were going to have rabbit for dinner, but I ended up getting food poisoning from the night before, so I spent Easter puking. That was fun. Yep. So unfortunately, my daughter's first Easter wasn't like the big Easter, you know, that everyone wants to do for their kid. Next year, though, we're going to be having rabbit for sure. Probably rabbit and lamb is what I'm hoping. Rabbit and a leg of lamb. That sounds delicious. And then like doing the like colored eggs and stuff, which ours come out the bird colored, so that makes it pretty easy. Yeah. Rawr. Anyways, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll figure it out over the next few months, but I can't afford to get $5,000 in power poles to a property that really, like, I'd have to put another like few thousand into just to get it good enough for my daughter. If we do leave, I definitely keep this place and pay it off. That way, like visitors and family and all, they can stay here. Maybe have it as like a Airbnb homestead or something like that for people who want to try living off grid for a small fee, you know, that kind of thing. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Nothing's set in stone, right? Chances are I will do nothing because that's the way things go. I really don't want to buy another generator that's only going to last the winter again, though. And I have to figure it out before next winter because the power... Okay, so everyone knows that power is harder in the winter. Well, it's especially hard for us because we only get a couple hours with sun on the panels because of this giant hill that's right next to the house, or that's literally straight that way. And then these like 50-foot tall evergreens on top of that. So we get very little sun come winter. Right now, like if the generator was gonna burn out, right now is the time. Like it really is, because we're getting enough power that it doesn't really affect us too bad. But obviously it's not enough to freeze the hot dogs that gave me food poisoning. Yep. So from now on, Dad, you need to buy frozen food, not defrosted food that we have to freeze. Yeah, that's a thing. I'm not having those hot dogs again. Oh my guts. Rawr. Anyways, that's it for right now. I'm gonna go do some other things, and I'll probably film a little bit later. I don't know. It might be tomorrow, the day after, but yeah, it's just one of those days, you know. All right, guys, I'm gonna go do the next thing.